I mean, the world is a big place, but obviously there's a lot of troubled places in the world. I mean, what sort of place would you like to visit? What would you like to go and have a look at?
Oh, I always wanted to go and visit Egypt because I've always been fascinated by the pyramids.
Right.
But that was a few years ago. I know Egypt it's not exactly the same place that I'm imagining. So
Right.
I would like to go there. I like to go and see Thailand, for example. I would like to go and see South America. Greece, definitely, although it's quite close to Romania. I never got there.
Slightly in a collapsed economic state at the moment.
Yeah, but this is not what I'm actually going to see the ruins. So
They'll have plenty of those. It makes it cheaper to visit as well if the economy's collapsed.
I would imagine so, yes. And then I would love to see China or Japan to just see the civilization there, and also they have so amazing.
So there's plenty to see out there, provided
is,
you've got
yeah.
a few pounds in your pocket or
Oh,
whatever.
Kenya. Kenya is another
Kenya
place.
as well. So if you did travel, say for 12 months, do you think you might come back and then pick up where you are, pick up where you left off? Or?
Well, why not? I might. I mean, I love Jersey. I have to admit it. It's lovely. I've been in UK before. I lived in London. When I came in Jersey from London directly, I find it amazing compared to what is there. I loved it. However, in time, it seems to be quite small, and the fact that it's not easy to get out of this island. It's another, I mean, it's time consuming, and also it's related to money because you need to pay a lot of money to just go to Romania, like
Well,
400 pounds.
ironically, we're filming this down at the quay, down at the terminals, the Elizabeth terminal as they call it. There's no sign of a boat here going anywhere today. I don't know if there is anything here. It's deserted, isn't it? It is very quiet, isn't it?
It happened to me one year just before Christmas when I didn't get any holidays around Christmas because this is how the situation was at that time. But I did get like 3 or 4 days just on Christmas, like one day before and one day after. And I was trying to get away, like go France, meeting some friends, and I couldn't because the way the ferry worked, it wouldn't allow me to catch the last one and to go somewhere.
When we last
quite
met, it was
sad.
at the children's party, and we sort of touched upon it, but I mean, it's not polite to ask a lady her age and all the rest of it, but children obviously means a lot to women. A lot of women want to have babies. Is that something that features in your thinking?
Definitely, yes, definitely. I will have children.
And that's a bit unfair as well, isn't it? Because this ridiculous housing law we've got here makes it so difficult for a woman, especially a single woman, to have children, doesn't it?
Yes, I mean, I'm not considering being a single mother, but even so, it doesn't matter. The fact that you are only allowed 3 months to give birth, to stay home just before you give birth, and then so that's in one go, 3 months. And after that, what do you do? I mean, a child of like an infant of 2 months old, it's not capable of obviously sustaining himself or herself. So I think it's really bad for the child itself to grow up from such a small age without a mother.
And of course you need somewhere to live, and maybe
Exactly.
living in lodgings may not be the best place to bring up. In fact, a lot of
No.
lodgings, I mean, they still put the signs up now, no pets or children, so
Yes.
there's a lot of accommodation like that.
And then if you want to have a better accommodation, you won't be allowed to because you either don't have your 5 years or your 10 years
right.
qualifications. And then if you manage to get one of those houses, it's absolutely amazing how expensive they are because you don't have those qualifications.
Yeah, it is a difficult. I mean, I'm just reading a book where this has been going on for hundreds of years, these sort of qualifications. I hadn't realised how long they've had these qualifications. And they rely upon people leaving the island. This is the sad fact.
Yeah.
And if you want a stable community, it doesn't seem like a very good way to do it.
Well, for the fairness of the situation, I need to say that this is a small place. If everyone would come and move here and have every right possible, then probably this island will be crowded. It will probably sink at one point.
You are from Romania. Is there any chance that you might finish up going back to Romania? I mean, we said before how you love Romania as well.
Yes.
So.
I always thought since the day I left Romania that I'm going to come back there. So in my mind it is that still I'm going to go back there sometime, or at least I'll never cut all my connections with Romania. I'll always have a house there and I'll always have the chance to go back. But it's very difficult to say now because, when I came in Jersey, it was for 6 months. So now 7 years passed. You can't predict these things. I was sure I'm coming here for just like a season and then go back maybe to UK or somewhere. And
Without
yeah.
telling any tales about the name of the hotel where you were working, but their business, is it thriving as it was, or is it getting less? How is it?
It was probably a little bit of a difficult situation when the credit crunch was like a few years ago. In time, I can't. Well, depends. There were deals. They were trying to put the things together. So I think they are doing quite well. And at the moment, as far as I know, the hotel is almost full for the summer already. So
Right.
I don't think.
So tourism is not quite dead yet.
No, not at all. I think it's getting better after the credit crunch. However, I'm thinking, most of the people coming back to the hotel I'm working, I used to work for until yesterday. They are quite old people. So people that have been here before. Most of them, for example, in the last 2 or 3 years, are coming back to celebrate 50 wedding anniversary, which means they were here for their wedding or for their honeymoon in 50s. But that generation, it won't be long around. Yes, this is how it is. Sorry to say that. After that, I'm thinking, will the children or their their grandchildren now, which are, I don't know, 20 years old maybe or so, older, younger, will they come to Jersey again? I mean, they will probably come just to see how the place is because probably they heard stories from their grandparents. But after that, I mean, would they?
Well, of course, Jersey tourism was built upon particular circumstances in the world 50 years ago, and it's been relying on that. It is becoming less, and it is a very competitive world for tourism, isn't it? I mean,
Exactly.
your country, Romania, as we discussed before, has got huge potential for
I'm a little
tourism.
bit afraid of that. I told you that before. But anyway, but I'm thinking, I heard so many times ladies over the phone trying to make a reservation, and after I told them the price, they said, I could go to Tenerife for this amount of money for 2 weeks. I couldn't say yes, you could, but they were making
Exactly.
a point. I mean, it was making sense what they were saying. So
I noticed, ironically, that they're reworking the tourism department, and they've got a page full of adverts now for staff. You've got qualifications in tourism. It's not too late. You can put an application in tomorrow.
yeah, but my mind is set already. I need to get away from this place for a while and see what world can offer me, because I already tried everything in Jersey.
We shall follow your progress over the next few months, and
Thank you, Mike.
because the wonders of the internet, you can keep tabs on you, and you can keep an eye on Jersey. Anything else you want to tell me?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm so sorry I met you too late.
Okay. Cheers.
Thank you.